Hey guys, so I'm here in Florida at an Airbnb for the weekend, and it got me thinking about recording people in public, as I'm not in New York City for once. Specifically, recording people in public that you do not have permission for. So if you guys want to see the Airbnb here, it's that was the kind of dock, the water with the lake there, and here's a pool. So there's like a lake. I got a pool, and then we got a lake, and then behind that lake is the ocean. Pretty nice, actually. I kind of feel like Ty Lopez. But it got me thinking, not being in New York City for once, about recording people in public. And specifically recording people that, let's say, you don't have permission to record. So normally you need to get a license agreement, meaning you either got to get them to sign a waiver form saying, yes, I grant you permission for my likeness or appearance to appear in your video, or get a verbal communication, yes, confirmation on camera, even if it's as simple as saying, okay, is it okay if we record you and include this in the video? And they say yes on camera. That usually works well enough for any media company you're working for and well enough for the law. But what if you don't have their permission, or you've already recorded them and they suddenly don't want to give you permission? Well, I got thinking about this, and this isn't perhaps the most ethical way to go about things, but using the way precedents have been set with previous case law on recording individuals and modern technology, you can get around this a little bit, because recording live doesn't have to meet the same threshold. When you record something live, you don't technically have to have the individual's permission. It only has to meet two requirements. Namely, you're filming in a public space, it can't be private property, and it has to be newsworthy or topic worthy. Now, as long as you're not inside somebody's house, you just lead them out into a park or outside, it's a public place. And two, saying it's newsworthy or worthy of public discussion is relatively easy to argue. This is a topic on X, Y, or Z. That's your video, and that's a pretty low standard to meet. So what you would do in this case would be to take Periscope or Facebook Live and shoot the initial interview live. Right? You go up and interview them, and you start the Periscope stream or the Facebook Live stream, and you start asking them questions, and you don't actually have to get their permission because you're filming live this time around. And then afterwards, after you've completed the stream, you can then download that live stream that you did and include it in the later video, the more complete video that you actually want. And this bypasses the initial system of getting permission. Now, once again, this is not ethical. I don't necessarily condone this, but it's an interesting kind of loophole in the system of recording without permissions, shall we say. And to me, it's a little bit like money laundering, although instead of money laundering, you're footage laundering, because you're not using the first recording, you're using it later to allow you to use the first recording. You're making the first recording live, so you don't need the permission, you don't have to ask them for their permission, and then you download the live clip and then include it into the longer clip that is more linearly edited. Something to think about. And anyway, let me know what you guys think. As always, thanks for watching. You can click around for another video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be enjoying Florida. It's about 90 degrees here right now.